maybe it's just me, but I've noticed that as I commit more and more to entrepreneurship and making these videos and writing my books and traveling and doing all these things, I've developed a really deep relationship with God. Because when money's not coming in, but my office rent is still due, when money not coming in, but I still need to eat, when money not coming in, but I still show up day after day after day after day, you gotta be like this with God. Because you don't know when, you don't know where, you don't know how, but you know God will provide. And entrepreneurship really is a spiritual journey. It really tests your faith because are you walking by faith, not by sight, or are you walking by what that bank account say? Are you walking by how many orders you got? Are you walking by how many customers coming in that door, or how many people going to your website, or how many people are donating, or how many people are buying your books? Link in the description. Are you walking by faith, or are you walking by sight? Because it's really easy for us to get trapped into how much money am I making? How much money is coming in every month? How many customers I got? And these are all good things because you need to pay your bills. Let's be practical here. You need to pay your bills. You need food. You need water. You need shelter. But entrepreneurship really will test you for that because you might have a month where you make 100,000. You're like, "Ooh, I'm on top of the world." But the very next month, you might make 2,000. The next month you might make five. The next month this. The next month that. And of course, there's ways of having like subscription models. There's ways of keeping customers coming back. But regardless, you gotta have faith, not just in what you see, but you gotta have faith in the unseen. Because to truly believe is to know that I'm taken care of. How? I don't know. When? I don't know. Where? I don't know. But I know God will provide. And for those of you who don't know, my name is Lawrence. I'm a youth empowerment speaker. And for the last 4 years, I've specialized in helping teen and young adults build self love, confidence, and overall a positive outlook on life. In addition, I've written books, which you can find in the description below. If you would like to interview me on your podcast or bring me into your event to do a speaking engagement, such as a school, college, youth organization of some sort, my email address is below. In addition, if you'd like to book a one on one consultation with me, those are paid, where you can get some advice. I'll, just ask me whatever you want. Could be about entrepreneurship, could be about how to build self love, confidence, positive outlook on life. Any of the things that I talk about, consultation calls below. And if you would just like to donate, I accept donations to my Cash App in the description. But today, I was, upgrading a few things. There's this thing called Opus Clips. You've probably seen ads for it. It takes YouTube videos and turns those into clips, as the name implies. And I noticed for some reason, as I was going to the checkout to get the paid subscription, there was this little knot in my stomach. It was saying, "Oh, but what if this? What if we don't make the money? What if this? What if that?" But you can't be afraid to invest in yourself. Because if we really say, like, it's real easy for somebody to go up in a church on Sunday and, wave their hands and catch the Holy Spirit and talk about how they standing on the Lord. But when it's time to be tested, when it's time to swipe that debit card and make that purchase and invest in yourself, not make that purchase on some shoes or on a car. No, you make that purchase on your business. When you make that purchase on investing into your health, when you make that purchase into getting a gym membership and actually going, when you make that purchase not on the shiny things of the world, but on the things that are aligned with your purpose, that's when you get tested. And you don't know when you're making that money back necessarily. You don't know. But what you do know is God will provide. And entrepreneurship really has taught me that. It's really shown me that I can't remember exactly where, but I know it's in the book of Proverbs somewhere that God really that a man, oh no, it's that a man's gift makes room for him among great men. And I am the youngest person at my office, as you would expect. I'm 19. Most of these people are in their 30s, mid to late 20s, and these are like corporate people, executives. They're running tech startups and all this stuff. Good job to them. Great job to them. I love seeing them, working on their thing. And sometimes we start to compare our gift to other people's gift. Like you start thinking, dang, he's 6'12" and he could dunk a basketball blindfolded and this and that, or he has a tech startup and he could code, and she speaks 5 languages and this and that. But you need to remind yourself that God gave you your gift for a reason. God gave you something for a reason for you to do something with that. Because not everybody can speak the way I do. Not everybody can take their information and articulate it and entertain people like that. I can't rap. Okay? Don't put me on no mic and ask me to start freestyling. I can't do that. Don't ask me to play no guitar. I can't do that. I could learn it, but right now that's just not something I could do. Don't ask me to build a rocket ship. I can't do that. Some people are gifted with the ability to be really good at math just naturally. Like some people are just naturally like that. Some people grew up in a household where people spoke 3 different languages, so they're fluent in 3 different languages naturally by being born in that environment. Some people are really good with their hands and they can build houses. And if you start to compare your gift to the next man's gift or the next woman's gift, you lose sight of your gift. Like for me, I've always loved talking. I've always loved getting in front of people and letting loose. If I compared myself to the person building houses, these videos wouldn't get made. If I compared myself to the person building rocket ships, this video wouldn't get made. If I compared myself to the person who's like a diplomatic ambassador for the United Nations, this video wouldn't get made. So not only does it test you financially, like it makes you say, okay, you claim God will provide, but when it's time for you to put that money up and you don't know when the money's coming back to you, is you standing on that? Because if you saying God will provide, prove it. Prove it. Put yourself in a situation where God will provide. Like put yourself in a situation where if God don't provide, you gonna have to figure something out. Like my office rent. I have a 13-month lease on this. And in the contract it says pretty explicitly that you're paying us regardless. Like no matter what, we're getting our money. And if you cancel it early, we're still getting the full amount. So no matter what, they're getting their money. And I don't necessarily know for absolute 100% certain when exactly I'm going to always have their money because things can happen. As of right now, I've never missed a payment, but things can happen in life. So you have to understand that if you ever want to go into entrepreneurship, it's not just about, okay, what business model do I do? It's not just about what product do I sell or how much money do I charge or this or that. It's really a spiritual undertaking. It's really a it pushes you to look deep inside of yourself and say, yes, I may be afraid. Yes, I'm nervous. Yes, I don't know exactly what I'm doing. Yes, when I fire up this camera, sometimes I stutter. I'm not perfect, but I know I'm figuring this out. And it's not just me figuring it out. I'm going to let God order my steps. There's a part in the Bible where it talks about God being like a shepherd and you're like a sheep. And I know at least me personally, I don't like the idea of being lowly. I don't like the idea of being a sheep. I don't like the idea of somebody else leading me. But you have to understand that no matter what, no matter how much you know, God knows more than you. He's literally God. God knows what you don't know. maybe the reason why you're not making the kind of money that you want to right now is because God knows you're not ready for it. He can literally read your mind and look into your soul. He knows you're not ready for it. That could be it. And when you are ready for it, then God will sprinkle an idea in you. He'll throw you a ball and he'll tell you, okay, I've given you the tools. I've told you what to do. I've ordered your steps. You go take the steps. Like, God is not going to don't give you $1 million in your Cash App just because you prayed for it. That's not how it works. Okay? He's gonna give you ideas. Like for me, I often have dreams where I get told, okay, do this thing. Like, do this. And I'm like, but how's that gonna change anything? How is me doing that going to create the desired result? How is this random thing like go to this place? How is that going to change anything? And then somehow it does because God knows what you don't know. So you have to be willing to be led. You have to be willing to let part of that ego and that pride and that sense of knowing better, you have to let that go. Because entrepreneurship really will show you the cracks in your armor. It will show you, okay, Lawrence, when it's just you and you have to hold yourself accountable and you say, I'm going to make a video, I'm going to post, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Are you accountable to yourself? Because God will lead you, God will show you the path, but He ain't holding your hand. He's like a father. You could think of that's why He's often described as a heavenly father. Think of playing a sport, like you're playing football, baseball, whatever, and your dad is coaching you. He's telling you, okay, dribble like this, do this. He's giving you a plan. He's showing you the steps. He's helping you prepare. But then when it's game time, he can't be on the court with you. That's the rules don't allow that. He can't be on the court with you. He can coach you. He can tell you what to do. He can show you the path, but he can't hold your hand during the game. At a certain point, you have to go out there and stand on your training. You have to go out there and take action. You have to go out there and be not afraid, even though the terrors of the night will show themselves. Even though people will judge you, even though people will criticize, even on the day when you don't know what to do, even on the day when you're nervous and afraid and it seems like nothing's going your way. You have to know God will provide. God really will. And entrepreneurship is not only a test of faith in God, a test of faith in your own abilities, but on the days when your abilities aren't getting you the results you want, you have to put it all in God's hands. You got to say, "Hey, God, I tried my way. It ain't working. It's up to you now. You know, however you tell me. Like, can you give me a dream about what to do? Can you like give me something, please? I'm not asking for $1 million. I'm not asking for a Bugatti. I'm asking for the wisdom to know what to do." And ironically, when we detach from this constant desire for more and more money, God will bless you with money plus the thing that you asked for. Like the wisdom to understand and the wisdom to know what to do. God will also provide so much more because, yet again, God will always provide. And entrepreneurship has genuinely brought me close to God because I cannot tell you how many times I have taken a big leap, like getting this office. I cannot tell you how many times I've invested into my business. I cannot tell you how many times I've been up late at night trying to figure something out, trying to get an email domain, trying to do all these things for my business. I cannot tell you how many times I have had to get on bended knee and say, God, I don't know what to do. Just show me the path. I'm not asking, you don't need to come down here and get fully involved. I just need you to show me the path. Tell me what to do. I will shut up and I will listen. You got to listen to God because, yet again, entrepreneurship isn't just about you. It's not just about how successful you become. That's the byproduct. But the way you get there is through faith. The way you get there is through faith, action, and commitment. There's a narrow path you must walk. There is a narrow path of so many distractions, so many things that can take you away from your goal. Like it might be friends, hey, let's come out party. It might be a girl or a guy, and they're like, no, baby, just stay in bed with me. It might be bad habits. You eating, you up late at night, you drinking, whatever. There's so many things that can take us off the path, and I'm not perfect. None of us are. But when you place your faith in not the work of your own hands, but you place your faith in the will of God, and you let heaven be brought upon earth, which that's a whole nother conversation in and of itself right there. Because really heaven is just your paradise. It's bringing paradise from up here mentally into your current reality. And you have to be willing to admit when you don't know. You have to put all your pride aside. You have to be willing to fully submit yourself unto God. And like a sheep being led by its shepherd, allow God to order your steps even when you feel as if you don't want to listen. And to make this nice, sweet, and simple, entrepreneurship will bring you close to God because there will be a lot of times when you don't know how to make the kind of money you want. You know a plan, like you have an idea in your head, you have an idea out on paper, and on paper it makes sense. Like on paper it makes perfect sense. But every time you do it, it seems to not work. And you're like, dang, what's going on? I've tried this email strategy, I've tried this clip, I tried this hook, I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that. But did you put your faith in God though? And I'm not telling you what to believe. I'm just telling you, you got to believe in something higher than you. And with that, I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. If you'd like to buy my books, bring me in for your podcast, school, speaking engagements, you can email me below, as well as if you would like a one on one call with me where you can get advice, whether it be entrepreneurship, business, self love, confidence, anything within those realms. That link is below as well. In addition, you can just donate to my Cash App. I accept donations. I'm not too prideful to do that. And I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day.